What's up, YouTube? Hey, it's me, Big Mo. It is October the 14th, and unfortunately they put me on night shift. I've been doing night shift the last 2 weeks, 7 days a week. I got to go out a couple hours on the opening day. Didn't have much luck, but we got a cold front that moved in last night, but we had rain all morning this morning, so I couldn't make it out. But I went out and I purchased some Ting 69 Power Scrape, so I'm going to run that back right now before work and put it in the dripper. We're going to see if it brings in any deer, and we're going to hunt this cold front the next few days. Sorry I didn't hunt much the opening week, but when you work all night and you don't get very much sleep, it's kind of hard to do. So like I said at the beginning of all these videos, let's get this damn video started. Made it back into the house, and stupid me, I forgot to hit the record button when I was making the scrape and everything, but you guys got the gist of it. But I'm gonna get dressed here, head to work, and hopefully we get back here at least a good hour and a half before daylight so I can get showered up and get out there in the blind. Cold front's here. It's about 50 degrees outside right now. I'll be able to hunt probably about 3 hours each morning. I figure from daylight till about 10 o'clock. That's gonna be the max that I can possibly do. I know I'm on 7 days this week. They were talking about possibly going daylight next week, but I doubt it. So we'll see what happens. I'll hunt as much as I can, and I will record what I can do. But before this video even really gets underway, I want to say in my last video, I mentioned about the Monday opener and everything turned into the weekend, and I felt it was because of them selling non-resident licenses. I didn't want it to be misunderstood. I'm not playing the blame game on people that are from out of state and are buying licenses over here. It has nothing to do with you guys. I have plenty of friends that are from Ohio that buy licenses over here, and I'm not blaming them. It's about the money. You guys spend more money than we do, and that's how they make the money back up. So I just want to be able to clear that up with you guys. I'm not pointing the finger at you. I'm just basically saying that's how they're bringing back the cash. So with that being said, let's get this video underway, and hopefully this archery season we put some deer on the ground. I will see you guys first thing in the morning. What you guys can clearly see is daylight, and I'm not hunting. I woke up this morning. I actually got off a little early, and I got to take a nap, and I woke up at 6 to find that the weatherman was calling for 60% chance of rain this morning. So I opted out of hunting. I went back to bed and got some much-needed sleep. I'm heading back off to work tonight. Hopefully we get done before daylight tomorrow, and we'll be in that blind. So as far as I know, they're not calling for any rain tomorrow. So fingers crossed, you'll see me up in the blind first thing in the morning. I'll see you guys then. Well, I managed to get off before daylight, and now the fun begins. I get to go wake up my wife, because I have to take my truck in and get an oil change. And we're going to drop my truck off, so I got to get her out of bed. And I'm going to get dressed, and I'll be heading to the blind. I'll see you guys out in the blind. Well, hey guys, it's going on about 9:45, and I can barely keep my eyes open anymore. And didn't see no deer out here this morning. Did see those 4 raccoons, so at least we've seen something. But I'm still on night turn 7 days a week, and yesterday the plan was to get out of here and do some hunting. When me and the wife was driving back from dropping off the truck at Pretty Oil Change, it started steadily raining, and I came home. I just went back to bed, but we're supposed to finish up the night turn Sunday night. I should get Monday off. I do have a blind set up over at Demas's house. I haven't got a chance to hunt it yet. I don't want to overhunt this stand until the rut really actually happens. So I think on Monday I'm going to go over there and hunt, at least in the morning hours. And then he wants to go sight his rifle, and he put a new scope on his rifle. So maybe we'll go do that in the afternoon. And then who knows, maybe I'll come over here and hunt the evening. So I haven't got a chance to hunt the evening here yet, so we'll see what happens as far as that. But before I take off, I want to give a shout out to my main man, Sparky. He was a little bit pissed off at me over the last video. I forgot to put his picture in. He did score on a turkey in the spring. He got a nice Jake. He was real happy about it. And my hat's off to you, brother. Let me share that picture with you guys now. Great job, Spark. Yeah, I forgot to put it in the video last time, buddy, and I truly apologize, but there you go, my main man, and I wish you the best of luck this upcoming season. I'm going to go ahead and start getting packed up. I'm going to head back to the house and get some much-needed sleep, and I'll see you guys on the next hunt. I got off a little bit early last night. It's Friday morning. I'm going to head over to Heavy D's, and I'm going to go sit in that blind for a couple hours here this morning. Haven't had a chance to hunt it yet, so this morning will be my first shot. Maybe we'll get lucky and see a doe, or even better, see a buck. So I'll see you over at the blind at Demas's. Hey, it's going on about 9:30. Demas should be about packing up right now, but I never seen a deer. I just seen a few squirrels. Demas did text me around 9 o'clock. I got a crow above me, but he said he had a 4-point cow underneath his stand, so he was pretty excited about it. But I got that Tinks Power Scrape. I put it on a scent wick and I drug it from the gas line over here to my mock scrape. And I got it hanging, which I'm going to pack that out. But I'm going to fill my dripper with the rest of the bottle of the mock scrape. And hopefully we'll start getting some pictures on the old Tacticam. So I'm going to start getting things packed up. We'll get that taken care of. And you'll see me on the next hunt. It is Saturday, October the 19th. It's the first day of inline muzzleloader season here in Pennsylvania. Archery bear also started today. And of course, it's archery deer season too. So I'm up here at Demas's. It's 4 o'clock. They let us have the night off of work. So I figured what the hell I'm going coming out and hunting the evening. It's my first evening sit of the season. So we'll wait it out and we'll see what happens. The deer pictures behind my house have been really low. The concrete plant that's kind of cuts off from behind my house there. They've been doing a lot of work there on the outside, and I think they kind of got the deer pushed out of there for right now, but it's always the same every year. It gets better as season goes on, and hopefully I'll start getting some pictures back on the Tacticam there. But for tonight, if we get an opportunity to shoot a doe, we're definitely going to take it, but there's no doubt it's in the 70s right now, and it is warm, so if we do shoot a doe, we got to get it on ice and get it to the butcher tonight. So this thing off, we'll give it some time, and we'll see what happens. We stayed till damn near dark. We haven't had any more deer come. I just heard Deems fire up his 4-wheeler. He's over on the other hollow there, and I'm gonna get packed up. Well, hey guys, it's October the 24th on Thursday, and I'm actually just pulled in the house here from work. I know the last time you guys saw me, I saw that 4-point over there at Heavy D's, and that's all it was just a 4-point. Wasn't legal to shoot. But then they transitioned us from night turn to day turn at work. I was fortunate enough to get Monday off, but I didn't end up hunting because Demas had a dental appointment, and I needed to shoot my Remington in to get it ready for rifle bear season. So I took care of that. Me and the wife went over to the range. She did a little bit of shooting, and so did I. So we're all ready to go for the rifle seasons. Been on daylight all week so far this week, and since I'm getting off a little early, I couldn't make up my mind whether I wanted to hunt home or hunt at Demas's, because the pictures been about the same, to be truthful with you. I haven't seen anything worth shooting either place, so we'll give it hell tonight. We'll go over to Demas's and we'll test our luck. So I'm going to get out of this truck and get in the house and get cleaned up. I'll be heading over to Demas's, and I'll see you guys up in the blind. I got a text message from my buddy John Sorbo. He actually shot a frickin' bear today. He's so excited. I couldn't be more excited for him right now, to be truthful with you. He shot it, and I think he was scared to go approach it, and he just sent me a picture. And it was laying on the ground, and the official was dead. He sent me another picture I'm going to share with you guys now. Awesome bear, Big Daddy. That man's been hunting bears for years. He introduced me to bear hunting. Me and him put a lot of miles on way before my accident. He retired, and last year he ended up getting his first shot ever at a black bear. And unfortunately he missed it. And this year he's totally redeemed himself. He went out and he got it done, man. Congratulations, John. I couldn't be any more happier for you, buddy, again. I don't even know what to say. It's so awesome. Yeah, I'm waiting for him to send some more pictures, and when they come in, I'll be sure to share them with you guys too. So I'm going to get back to my hunt and wait for some more pictures to come in. Well, the sun's starting to go down here. We only got daylight for about 15 more minutes. I haven't gotten any more pictures of the bear. Sure, he's busy getting it gutted and getting it out of the woods, but congratulations again, Big John. And I said it's almost time to start packing up. I haven't seen anything, but like I said, we got about a good 15 minutes, so I'm going to shut this off, and I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Well, it's a little bit after 10 a.m. and not a damn thing moving here this morning, but I did have a doe move through my backyard yesterday, probably about 1 o'clock, and she worked her way back the field, and she ended up going out in front of my camera. And last night I had a 4-point. He was pretty much on the same trail that she walked, and I put dominant buck urine in my scent dripper, and of course probably wasn't dripping last night, but probably started today. 4-point never walked over by my scrape at all. But he came through twice last night, and I thought for sure I'd at least see him this morning, but absolutely nothing. But I'm going to go back home, get some sleep, get ready for some work tonight, and figure while I got the camera on, I might as well share a couple pictures. This first one goes out to my man, Chip Arnett from Maryland. He harvested an antlerless deer on October the 6th, and I want to share a picture of it with you guys now. Great job, Chip. Meat in the freezer, buddy. Couldn't be more happier for you. We text each other all the time while we're hunting and stuff, and it's always good times and always fun to bullshit with you, buddy. So congratulations again. And this other picture is going to be my son-in-law, Steve Emery. They was out on opening day, and he took the grandson out, and Maverick's too young to hunt right now, but he enjoys the outdoors, and Steve actually brought him along, and they actually saw a 6-point, and he was so excited. Steve took his picture, and he sent it to me when I was in my blind, and I want to share the picture of it with you guys now. Best of luck this season, Steve, and Maverick lit up like a candle. That's for damn sure, seeing that 6-point, so we'll definitely keep him interested, and maybe even this summer we'll get him shooting at 22. So I'm going to get this camera shut off, and like I said, I'm going to get back home and get some sleep and get ready for the work week. I don't know how much hunting I'm going to get in this week, but be out here as much as we possibly can, so stay tuned. guys, it's going on about 10:30 and I'm pretty much at my max as far as being able to back home and get some sleep before I gotta go to work. But as you guys saw, that hen turkey come down through. Had it been Saturday, been a gobbler, I'd probably took a shot at it with a muzzy. I came into the blind this morning after getting settled in about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes after I got settled in. I heard something come down off the dump to my left, and I couldn't see it. It was still pretty dark. And about 2 minutes later, my tacticam started going off like crazy. And here it turned out it was 2 small bucks, and I got a lot of pictures of them, but one was definitely a 6-point. The other one could have possibly been maybe a basket 8, if not a 6. Did a little bit of soft grunting after we might end up approaching. They never did make it back over here. So I think it's getting to be about the time I gotta start packing up to head back home. But my son-in-law texted me. He took a shot at a buck about 2 minutes ago. So I haven't gotten a final decision whether it went down or what the deal was with that, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted on that one. But I want to give a shout out to my main man, Tanner Tarnasky, which is Sammy Tarnasky's son. He shot a doe on the opening day of the Ohio archery season, and his very next venture out, he ended up shooting an 8-point buck, and I couldn't be more happier for you, brother. Let me show you guys this picture. Congratulations, Tanner. That's an absolutely awesome buck. Good for you. You've already pretty much damn well filled your freezer already. So I don't know how many tags you got left, but hopefully your dad pulls one off and he gets a nice buck too. So we're waiting to get a picture from Sammy. Congratulations again, bud. And this next one's gonna go out to my buddy, the Zerk Machine. He sent me an email. Apparently has a cabin somewhere close to out where Camp In-Laws, not too far away, but he's actually invited me to come out there and hunt. He said he got some 40-acre partials out there. Told me I was more than welcome to come out and hunt with him. He decided to build a blind over by his camp. He sent me some pictures of it just to show it to me, and he told me I was welcome to put it on my video, but I'm going to share a couple pictures of it with you guys. It's really something to see. I mean, I thought this tideweed was pretty damn nice, but it don't hold a candle to what this guy got, but I'm going to show you guys a couple pictures of it now. That's absolutely awesome, man. I couldn't imagine sitting in the blind watching TV. I mean, I take a look at my cell phone from time to time, you know, pass the day away, but best of luck to you this season. Great looking blind, and I'm going to start packing up my stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Well, it's still Halloween day, and it's 4 p.m. I was getting ready to leave for work, and my boss called. Said they shut the job down for tonight, so he gave us the night off. He said, go hunt and enjoy yourself. So I couldn't have got dressed fast enough to get back out here. I did put a little bit of doe estrus on one scent wick and hung it from the tree, and we'll see what it does. It's a little bit windy, and it looks like it's going to rain. But we're here till dark or death, like I always say, dark or death. And hopefully we see something. If we do see a doe, she comes within 20 yards, it's a good mature doe, we might just go ahead and harvest it. But we're really here to get ourselves a buck. My son-in-law Steve found his buck. It was an 8-point. Did a nice tracking job on it. Got good bullet flow. And he found it and he got it back to the house and everything's good as far as that. And I'll share a picture of it with you guys now. Congratulations on the harvest, Steve. Now you can get busy and shoot some does or turkey hunt or bear hunt, whatever you want to do, buddy. You got it done, and that's a great accomplishment to get your buck early, so great job. I'm going to get this thing turned back off, and we're going to do some hunting. So I'll either see you at dark or when the bolt flies. Alright guys, as you can plainly see, I'm back at home, and one thing on this channel I do is keep it real, that's for sure. I absolutely missed. I have no excuse. I should have aimed low, and I didn't. The arrow went high, and the deer ducked, and I absolutely missed it. I came back home after the fact. I shot my target. This is the actual bolt that I was using. There's not a hair. There's no blood. It must have deflected off something, because instead of sticking into the ground, it was literally laying like this on top of the leaves. So there was a little bit of a brush burn mark on the side, so I'm guessing it might have skimmed a tree or something and caused it to fall flat. But I'm not making any excuses. I absolutely missed. And like I said, I keep it real on the channel. That's why I'll show hits, I'll show misses. I think that's one of the things you guys respect about my channel. If you're cracking up over me missing, be ready for this one, because it even gets funnier. The deer ends up walking away, heading back towards the bedding area. And as she was back there of course with her fawn. Let me take a chance and knock another arrow and see what happens. I was able to pull back the crossbow inside the blind. It made a clicking noise, but it didn't seem to faze them. They kind of stood back there. I could see them. I couldn't see them perfectly, but I was able to see them. I had two options. I had the bolt that I killed my 10-point with, and I had the bolt that I killed that doe with last year. Neither one of those bolts have I shot this year to actually see if they would actually fly true or where they were hitting or anything else. And I told myself, don't even waste my time shooting it. But I pulled the one out, and I'm not even sure which one was which. And I stuck it in the crossbow, and to my surprise, this doe come back out, and I'll show you guys what happened next. So if the first one wasn't funny enough, this one was even more ridiculous. As you can see, it shot way right and smacked a tree head on. The only good thing that happened over this whole apparatus is there wasn't a deer wounded in all this. The first shot, like I said, I blame it on myself. I came back and I shot this bolt at 25 yards and I hit dead center with it. I shot it at 20, it shot absolutely perfect. The first shot was me, it was 100% me. Second shot should have actually never happened. Thank God I didn't wound an animal in the process of it. Another issue I have, if that wasn't enough, when I was hunting at Demas's one night, I dropped my crossbow and it hit the scope. And the next day when I went to sight it in, it was all definitely off and I had to adjust it. And it just seemed like every time I would go out in the woods after cocking my bow and coming back and shooting it, it would seem to be off. It would seem to shoot high and a little right. And I couldn't figure out what the issue was, and I was always dialing it back in. And I'd get it back dialed in perfect, I'd go hunt with it. I'd come back home, I'd shoot it, and it was a little off. And I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. Well, here there's a ring. I don't know if you guys can see my crossbow. There's a ring on the front of this scope, and it actually unscrews. And as you shoot, the threads were, I don't know if they had that glued on, I don't really know. I've hand tightened it, and from multiple shooting at my target, it seems to keep loosening up. So I ended up putting some Loctite on the threads, and my son-in-law gave me the idea. He said, put a piece of tape around just for a peace of mind, so you know the damn thing doesn't end up loosening back up on you. But I got it all dialed back in, and I told my wife, I said, after the season ends and things go on sale, I said, I'm going to put a new scope on this. This scope's probably, I don't know, 5 years old, I'd say by now. And it's just a Barnett scope, and they make a lot better ones. So I told her I wanted to get a new one, but I was hoping to really get through the season with this one. And after all this nightmare, of me missing, which I'm not even really blaming the scope. It could have something to do with it. I'm guessing it didn't because the bolt flew true when I brought it home. I'd feel confident to go back out and use the crossbow again. Yesterday I ordered a brand new scope. It's supposed to be here, I believe, tomorrow. As long as Amazon Prime does the, program that they say, it should be here tomorrow. We'll be back out hunting here as soon as we get a new scope put on it. I wouldn't be afraid to go out tomorrow morning with this old scope. I believe it's hitting good. The other issue I ran into, like I said, I only had 3 bolts. I had my good one that it was dialed in, and I had the one I killed the 10-point, and I had the other one that I killed the doe with. The one that went into the tree, unfortunately, I unscrewed it out of the tree, so I lost a broadhead, so I was down to 2 broadheads. I had 6 brand new Carbon Express arrows that I've never even opened the package, so I figured it was time, open up the brand new arrows, and I went to this local sporting goods dealer. I wanted to get some new broadheads. They did not have any muzzies for crossbows. I thought about buying the new muzzies, but they didn't have any for crossbows. The only thing they really have for crossbows, and you're going to laugh again because I'm not a big fan, was Rage. And I dialed it back in with this scope, and I got it shooting really good. It's shooting really good groups. I don't like the idea that you can't shoot the broadhead. The field tips shoot just fine. So if the broadhead does what the thousands and thousands and thousands of people say it will shoot like the field tip, then we'll give it a shot, I guess. I mean, I have no other choice. I spent almost $50 for broadheads, but you guys are probably still laughing. But anyways, new scope's coming tomorrow, and we're gonna do our best to get some deer on the ground. We got deer tags. I ended up getting an extra doe tag. It was a replacement, and it just actually came a few days ago. I called the game commission about it. I got that straightened out, but of course, I'm discarding the old tag. But we have 3 doe tags. I don't really need 3 deer, 2 is plenty. But come hell or high water, we're going to do our best to get a deer on the ground. I believe the rut has begun. Lots of people are seeing deer during the daylight activity, including myself. Again, as far as the turkey, I will not shoot a hen turkey. I just don't really have any interest in it. I really don't even have any interest anymore in killing a turkey, other than if it was a nice sized tom, then I would go ahead and take one. But our focus is deer. We want some deer meat for the freezer. We'll take a nice big doe if she's mature. We don't want to really shoot small ones if we can't. Some people are fine with shooting yearlings, and if that's your thing, God bless you. More power to you. Shoot a yearling. It's just with the price of the butchering fees, I don't think it's worth $130 to butcher a fawn anymore. I think you can get more meat out of a grocery store. But that's really about all I have to say. I'm going to go do some more target practicing with this because I really feel that shooting your bow and knowing how your bolts are going to hit is a good thing. Maybe it was my mistake. I'm not shooting all my broadheads, and I just focused on the one and had that one dialed in, never thinking I was going to take another shot. Tomorrow, hopefully the new scope will come, and we'll get that put on over the week, and we'll get it dialed in, and we'll be back out, and we're going to be doing some hunting, and we're going to keep this video going. So I'll see you guys on the next hunt. Unfortunately, it's starting to get late in the morning, and I gotta leave a little bit early today. I gotta go vote. Yesterday, my new scope came in. It was delivered, so I took off, and I got that old scope off of this damn thing, and got the new one put on. It's called the Hawk XB1. It's actually a pretty nice scope, and I have no issues at all dialing it in. Worked out perfect. It's spot on. It shoots really well. I'm really impressed with it so far. I mean, we'll see what it does when it's time to shoot a deer, but I couldn't be happier with it. I did see one deer today. It was up there on the dump on my left side. It must have come up from the lake, and it was going up through the dump, and I couldn't see its head, but it was a good sized deer. And I did some grunting, and it didn't seem to phase it. So I tried my doe bleed can, and that didn't seem to bring it down either. It kept going up on top of the dump, so it never did circle back and come back. I thought maybe it would self-smell the tanks and come down, but it didn't bother. But I'm going to give it about another 15-20 minutes. And then, like I said, I got to pack up because I want to go vote. So that's about all the news for today. I mean, if something comes in the next 20 minutes, we'll turn the camera back on. But if not, I'll see you guys on my next hunt. About 15 minutes ago, I looked to my right, and I seen a deer standing out in the field, and it went in behind my blind, and I couldn't see it anymore. It never showed itself, and I just pretty much gave up on it. I thought maybe it was gone. I happened to look back over, and there was another deer out in the field, and this time it actually come running right down the path I walked in on. I didn't even have time to turn the camera on. It was standing right here at the corner of my blind. It was definitely an 8-point, and I don't know if it winded me. It ran out about 25 yards, and it stopped. And I got the new scope on it. I pulled the trigger, and I heard a popping sound. So I'm guessing that the arrow had to have hit it, or the bolt and the shot collar broke. I've never heard that sound when I shot at a deer. It just sounded like a popping noise. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes and collect my thoughts here. I'll get back to you. Buddy, I just shot at an 8-point myself.
Shot at one?
Yeah, I just took a shot. I seen a deer out in my field, like in behind the blind, you know, looking through the tide wheel holes. I couldn't tell if it was a buck or doe. And it went behind the blind, and I couldn't see it. And about 15, 20 minutes went by or so. I kind of gave up on it. And I happened to look back over, and there was one standing out in the field again. And this time it come running right down to where I turn, where I walk in on a path. And it happened so damn fast, I never even turned my video camera on. And the damn thing was standing at the corner of my blind, and it must have winded me, and it took off past my scent wick, and it stopped about 25 yards out. I put the crosshair on it, I pulled the trigger, and heard pop. It sounded like a loud popping sound. I've never shot these really expandables with the shot callers. I don't know if they make a big loud popping sound or not. But it took off, it went over to the thicket.
Okay. Good luck to you, man. I'm gonna wait till 10 o'clock and good luck.
Alright, well, Steve's calling me now, so I'm sure he'll probably come over and give me a hand looking.
That'd be cool if we both got one.
The deer itself didn't look that big to me. I mean, the body-wise, it didn't look as big as that big spike. But,
That was big. I thought about shooting her, and I seen this buck come behind her, so I definitely shooting her. And I shot it in. There was 3 more bucks behind it. And at least 2 more were shooters. One had points on it, but I don't know what it had. And then a couple minutes later, a spike come walking through. Right, so that's 5 bucks behind her.
yeah. Well, hey, I'm going to pack up my stuff. I'm going to get my stuff packed up over here real quick. And I'm going to probably walk back to the house.
I don't know about you, but I'm shaking still.
Oh, I'm still shaking, dude. It just happened. I'm video taping myself talking to you. Like I said, I definitely made a popping sound. I didn't hit the tree or anything, so I don't see my arrows sticking out of it. So I'm guessing it had to have hit the deer.
I just heard blood when it should have hit. So is that a good or not?
I don't know. I don't know. As far as the blood noise, I'm guessing if it belched out a noise, then you probably hit the fucking thing.
I'm thinking, but I don't know that.
So I'm gonna do the same thing as you. I'm gonna get out of here. I want to pack it. I want to pack up all my stuff right now, and I'm going back to the house for an hour.
That's why I sat right in that blind for another 5 minutes. I was only there a couple minutes, and that fucking spike come walking, but the same fucking path. So what the fuck? Fucking 5 bucks falling in the dough.
Huh.
That's crazy. Yeah, this one here is, I would say probably an 8.
Yeah, this was. I mean, it's not a huge 8, but it was 100% legal. It had 3 up on both sides, and it had brow tines and everything. It didn't look like a big-bodied deer. Maybe because it was so damn close to me. I don't know.
But I've seen the rock, and that's all I can concentrate on. For, I was a buck, and instead, I'm gonna shoot.
Yeah.
I think it was a little over 20 yards, so hopefully I didn't hit it too low. You know what I mean? Of course, a little bit low would be good. But
I didn't think I was even going to get a shot because when it ran out, it was heading, towards the ravine, and so its ass was facing me, but for some reason it stopped and it turned, and I was like, this is my only shot. And I took the shot, and like I said, I heard a popping sound. Those chisel tip raids, they have that shot collar on them, so I'm guessing that popping noise was maybe the collar busting. I really don't know. I don't know a whole lot about them, but I'm getting off this phone right now. Let me call you back in about 15-20 minutes. I'm going to pack up and I'm going home. All right, bye. We're in the thick of shitting on a man, and the blood seems like it's dried up. Can't seem to find any new leads here. There's spots of good blood everywhere, and we've been all through this shit. We've circled it, went through the thick of shitting on the man, and we cannot find a deer dead anywhere. And there's no more blood. It just died, like it clotted up. Well, I just got back to the house here, and I gotta get busy. I gotta go to work tonight, but me and my stepson, we tracked that deer for every bit of 100 yards, and we had good solid blood. We didn't have blood right off the bat. There was no hair, no blood. Blood didn't start for about 20 yards. And it was just a good, solid blood trail, I mean, for every bit of 80 to 100 yards. I'm telling you, the blood was good. There was no bubbles in it, so I knew it wasn't a lung shot. There was no It wasn't a real dark blood. It was just basically like you had cut yourself really bad. And the deer never laid down once. It was just a solid blood trail. It was easy to follow until we got to the end, and then we just couldn't find any more blood. And we did figure eights and circles, and we walked through shit that was so thick it was unbelievable, and we just come up empty-handed. There's an old gravel road that crosses about 40 yards out in front of where the blood trail stopped. We went out on that road. We checked for blood to see if it crossed the road. Zero blood there. We checked every sapling. We turned over leaves. We could not find another spot of blood absolutely anywhere. So I ended up throwing in the towel, and I came home, and of course, I'm like totally sick to my stomach. So my buddy Chip was telling me, he says, why don't you call one of those dog tracking people? So I never really went about that before, but I ended up Google searching one, and we actually have one that's really not that far from me, probably within 15 minutes of my house. And I found his phone number. I talked to him. I left him a message. He called me back, and me and him started talking, and we went over the details of the shot and what the blood trail looked like. We talked about the arrow itself. I told him, I said, it wasn't even that it was that bad. I mean, there was blood on it, but it wasn't like totally caked. It was a complete pass-through. And after talking to him, he was kind of under the impression that the deer's going to live with no problem at all. He said if he was a betting man, he said he pretty much bet that I hit it high in the shoulder. He said he's seen it quite a few times, and they bleed pretty profusely. Good solid blood trail. He said he's had them bleed for 400 yards. And he said you wounded it, but it's going to live. So that actually gives me some kind of peace of mind. This bow with the scope, it is so dead on, it's unbelievable. I don't know what the hell happened. I put the crosshairs on it. I squeezed the trigger. I didn't jerk anything. Like I said, unfortunately, I thought it was, when it was coming over, I thought it was going to be that spike again. I wasn't even planning on really recording it. I forgot to open up the thing and actually record it once I realized it was big enough. I knew I didn't want to screw up the chance of getting the shot off. And, like I said, I got the shot off, and I mean, he's a professional, and if he says that it's high shoulder shot, then I have no reason to doubt the man. That's what he said. At least it makes me feel a little bit better as far as, the deer's going to live, and I didn't kill a deer and just not be able to recover it. I mean, we walked our asses off looking for this damn deer. It's going to be a hard night of work on hardly no sleep tonight, but that's hunting. I mean, if you get out there and you shoot something, you got to get out there and try to recover it best of your ability. And we gave it our best of our ability, and we just come up empty-handed. My man Sparky, he ended up finding his buck, and it was a nice 9-point. And I don't have a whole lot of the details on it because, like I said, I just got home here a few minutes ago, and I haven't even got a chance to talk to him. I don't even know if he got it out of the woods yet. But he did send me a picture, and I want to share it with you guys now. Congratulations, Sparky. That's absolutely awesome. I can't wait to hear all about it and hear the whole story, and I couldn't be happier for you. I told you it was going to be your year. You were going to get a nice buck. You had some issues last year, and this year you made it happen, man. So nothing but a big congratulations to you. I also, out of respect to a gentleman I spoke to with the dog, I want to show a picture of his contact information. So if you guys ever run into a problem and you live around my area, give this guy a call. He's very respectful. He's definitely pretty knowledgeable, and he seems to know the business very well. And he told me that, have peace of mind, that deer's alive, and it'll be just fine. He said you didn't hit anything vital to kill it. So with that being said, I'm going to take his word for it. I still have a few more pictures that I was going to show in this video, but it's getting to the point where it's getting close to an hour long, and I don't like to really run the videos over an hour. So I'll get those pictures in the next video, but I'm going to put an end to this one. I'm going to be getting laid off possibly at the end of this week. If that's the case, we're going to hunt dark to dark every day. I'm going to continue to practice shooting my bow, Damn thing is dead on. I came back here because of course I had to recock it and everything, and it shot dead center. So I really don't know what happened. I'm not blaming rage broadheads or anything like that. I don't know what happened. If he says it hit high in the shoulder, I mean, then it hit high in the shoulder. There's nothing I can do about it. But we're going to put an end to this video, and we'll get another one starting to roll here probably in the next couple of days or so. I hope you guys are having a great archery season, and things are going a lot better for you than they were me so far. But we're still going to try to put some meat in the freezer. So best of luck to all you guys. And like I say at the end of all these videos, thanks for watching.